A fun and educational story of a village shivering in the winter season, in which a clever fox, an innocent rabbit and a jugadu pigeon have unique and funny experiences. It was winter season in the village. The ground was covered with snow all around and there was white snow on the branches of the trees. The sun had definitely come out, but its rays were also shivering with cold. In this cold, the fox Chiku was trying to save himself from the cold by wrapping his tail around his neck under a tree. Nearby, the rabbit Mannu came out of his cave. He had tied two small woolen mufflers on his ears to save himself from the cold. His nose had turned red in the cold, and he was trying to find the warmth of the sun by hiding behind every bush. Chiku and Mannu met near the old well of the village. Both of them started telling each other ways to save themselves from the cold. Chiku said, "If we somehow bring the sun down and light a fire, then we can save ourselves from the cold." Mannu nodded at his words and started thinking of a new way to save himself from the cold. At that time, pigeon Pankhu came there. He saw that both of them were troubled by the cold. Pankhu had a blanket, which he had wrapped around his neck. He said, "If we build a cave together, we can light a fire in it and save ourselves from the cold." All three agreed and started preparing to build the cave. All three together collected dry wood and built a wall for the cave with snow and mud. Pankhu lit a fire with dry grass. In a short while, the cave became warm, and all three together celebrated the defeat of the cold. Coming out of the cave, all three decided to help the villagers who were suffering from the cold. They lit a fire in the cave and called the villagers there to enjoy the warmth. All together celebrated the defeat of the cold. By helping the villagers, all three taught that any problem can be faced together. Now, instead of being troubled by the cold, everyone together enjoyed the cold with their wisdom. The cold season lasted for a few more days. But now the villagers had learned that if one works together, even the biggest of difficulties can be easily faced. Chiku, Mannu and Pankhu had become an inspiration for everyone in the village. Children played with them, the elders appreciated their work and everyone praised them. Chiku gathered the children of the village one day and told them, "Look, there is no need to be afraid of the cold. If you work smartly and hard, then even the cold can be enjoyed." One day a new idea came to Mannu's mind.
He called Chiku and Pankhu and said, "Why don't we make something new from snow in this cold season? Like an ice house, ice sculptures and an ice swing." The three of them started working together. The children of the village also joined them. They made a big house from snow, in which they arranged a place to light a fire, seats to sit and a window to look out. For the first time, cold celebration was celebrated in the village. Everyone together lit a fire in the ice house and partied. The children swung on the snow swings, decorated snow sculptures, and had a lot of fun. Chiku, Manyu and Pankhu were given the title of Heroes of Winter by the villagers. Pankhu rang a bell with his beak and said, "If we can celebrate like this even in the cold, no weather can disturb us." Everyone clapped loudly and continued the celebration. As the days passed, the cold decreased. The sun now became more bright and warm. The snow started melting slowly. The villagers happily returned to their work. But the cold celebration became a beautiful memory in everyone's hearts. The friendship and cooperation that Chiku, Manyu and Pankhu showed during the cold days will always be remembered by the villagers. Together they proved that no matter how difficult the situation is, if everyone is together, any challenge becomes easy. The friendship and cooperation that Chiku, Manyu and Pankhu showed during the cold days will always be remembered by the villagers. Together they proved that no matter how difficult the situation is, if everyone is together, any challenge becomes easy. easy.